Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? It's King Tyson. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We back for another video. I told y'all I'm gonna try to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying, as much as possible. So forgive me for that if I'm not, but I'm trying to stay consistent with y'all and give y'all nothing but this raw game, this real shit that we can use in our day-to-day life. Like I said, let me give you a quick introduction about myself for people that's just tuning in for the first time. Like I said, my name is King Tyson. I'm a married man. My channel is mostly probably about relationships, because I feel like I can give y'all some insight. I don't claim to be no love guru or no love coach or nothing like that, but I feel like I have enough experience in my lifetime in relationships, being married, that I can just give y'all some game. A lot of time people be giving y'all relationship advice and all that, and they can't even keep a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It be the most people that got the most to say about relationships, they do not be in relationships. It's mind-boggling to me, that people that got the most advice about relationships don't have a relationship. They ain't never been married. Not saying that you got to be married. It's like the goal, but really being married should be the goal. If you with somebody, and I know people try to say that, hey, I don't want to, being married, it's not a big deal. Ladies, let me say that. Let me just say this real quick, ladies. Marriage is important. I'm not saying you have to be married, but marriage is something you should strive for. And I feel like the reason why you should strive for being married, because when you're married, when a man gets down on one knee, and I'm not talking about y'all got kids together and you like, look, I'm giving you an ultimatum. Either you gonna marry me or I'm done. Now I'm talking about that's strong arming a brother. I'm not talking about strong arming a brother. I'm talking about a man willingly on his own says, you know what? I feel that you're worthy to be my wife. I love you. I want you to have my last name. And I'm gonna get down on one knee. I'm gonna purchase a ring, get down on one knee, display my love for you, and ask for your hand in marriage. Y'all don't want, that's not a beautiful thing to y'all. But if y'all not married, I'm not saying that it's not a bad thing, but I'm saying if you're willing to go into relationships, you should be marriage minded. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, finding a person that's marriage minded. Because a lot of times we get into relationships, people get into a relationship with people that's not marriage minded, and you be dating a person for like 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, and y'all not even married, never been engaged. So, and then if y'all break up, that's like 8, 9, 10 years of your life wasted with somebody that wasted from your youth years, that you could have been with somebody else that was marriage minded. And it's like a big waste of your time. You know what I'm saying? So you need to work on trying to find someone that is marriage minded. And how do you find people that's marriage minded? You talk about you know simple things. You ask about their past relationships. So let's just try this for a second, right? My personal opinion, the best time for a person to be married to where they can get pretty much just about everything on their list of the people that they want to be with. The list is like, okay, this is my list of the type of person, the type of man I want, or the type of woman I want, is when they're in their mid-20s. Your mid-20s, y'all young enough, you're a little bit old enough to where y'all both can move out on your own or move in together, be married. You're still, you're young enough to build together. Y'all both working at y'all career that y'all could build together. And y'all had children, you know what I'm saying? You can work on it. You're still young enough to, run around with your kids and all that. That's the best time where I feel like you can find your person that everything would just not pretty much everything on your list, but probably 85% of what's on your list you can find at that age, 24, 25. A lot of times people don't have kids at that age. Sometimes people do have kids at that age, but for the most part, you can find majority of everything in your list, because you know, someone that's still youthful, someone that's still kind of physically in shape, you know what I'm saying? They haven't got that age where, you know, weight start coming on later. You know what I'm saying? I know, because me personally, you know, I'm like 195, 200 pounds now at 39 years old. When I was 24, I probably weighed $140. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get the Tupac weight, where Tupac was always talking about 165. I was 23, 24, 25. I was trying to get there. You know, but yeah, and that's for both sides. That's for men and women. So that's why I say one of your best times to get married is the mid-20s. If you haven't been married after your mid-20s, that's okay. I'm not downing nobody that's not married. You know, sometimes it don't happen. Sometimes people be concentrating on other stuff. People be working until their goals, their career, so they don't have time to be married. You know, they working towards that. And then you got some people that just not thinking about marriage at that time. I feel like the second time, the best time to be married, besides in your mid-20s, I'm gonna say probably about, I'm gonna say your early 40s, because at this time, so I say your early, these are two best times you should be, the best times to be married at this age group, in your mid-20s and I'm gonna say your mid-40s. And I know you like, dang, that's a big age gap difference, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because in your mid-40s, people who've had kids from the previous marriages or previous relationships, think about this for a second. By the time you're in your mid-40s, those kids are pretty much grown. You know, the average person might start having kids at, excuse me, might start having kids at, like, you know, some people have kids in teenage years, 17, 18, you know, 19, you know, some people start having kids 24, 25, they start getting married 26. So by that time you're in your mid-40s, those kids are already grown most of the time, and then they got grandkids, you know what I'm saying? So you have that situation to where you don't have the kids inside your home. So when you meet a woman, or women, you meet a man, by this time their kids are, if they have kids, they're pretty much grown. I mean, you still have people who, you know, have kids later in life in their late 30s and stuff like that. But for the most part, a lot of times people have their kids already early enough, around their 20s. So by that time, like I said, people start having grandkids. So you don't have to worry about having, you know, dealing with teenage kids in your house, and, you know, you got to go through that. And it's like, okay, I'm just a new person coming into this situation. Are they their kids gonna like me? Am I gonna jail with those kids? You know, and I'm gonna make another video about that too. That's a whole nother situation. I said it don't work. It does work. There's people that blend together with my kids and your kids, and we blend and we make this work. But in some situations where a couple might be good together, but because the kids is causing the issue, I've seen people break up behind, you know, the other person kids, you know, because the dudes trying not to get into it with the sons, and or the daughters is don't like the man's girlfriend, and it just becomes a mess sometimes. But that's why I said your early 20s, not early 20s, your mid 20s is the best time the best time to be married, because both of y'all can build together, y'all working together, y'all both in your best physical form, physical shape, and you know, and you haven't really you don't have that much experience in life as much, and so y'all can work together on each other, and y'all can come together. You know what I'm saying? And then the mid-40s is the second best time, because you've already probably had previous marriage, previous relationships, so you kind of more chill. You kind of more like, okay, all right, I'm in my mid-40s. I know what I expect. I know what I want. I'm not going to say I don't expect much, but what I am going to say is the stuff that I kind of wanted in my 20s, I don't have to have in my 40s, you know, because, hey, I understand you're not going to get everything. You're not going to get 80% of that list. By the time you're in your mid-40s, or, You know, and we can just talk about being 40s, but we're gonna talk about even in your late 30s, you're probably gonna get maybe about 50% on your list, because a lot of times the people that have a lot of things that's on your list, by the time they're in their 30s, those people are already in a serious relationship or they already married. I'm gonna just be straight honest with you. I'm not saying you can't find somebody if you're single in your 30s, or in your late 30s. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is the list that you got, the list that you wanted a person, that stuff on that list is not gonna be as long as it was in your 20s of you finding it. The percentage of you getting that. And if you do find a person that has all those qualities and y'all could be together, you better lock that person down. I'm telling you, you better lock that person down, because these days you almost got people that's supposed to be in their late 30s, early 40s, supposed to be having more wisdom, more maturity. They still trying to be like these people like people in their early 20s. You know, well, I'm saying that, and I'm out here trying to grow my hair out. Like I was 20 years old. I guess I'm going through a midlife crisis. I just threw that in there. Normally I've been having a tape of fade for like 20 years. So now I wait until I'm like 40 years old. I'm like getting ready to turn 40 in July. I'm like, yo, you know what? I should grow my hair out. You know, I should really try to do me a different look. And I ain't gonna, maybe it's midlife crisis, I don't know. I'm trying to hold on to whatever youth I can hold on to. I'm trying to grow it out, because just in case I can't grow it out, because me and we know when we start getting them 30s, we start getting them Homer Simpson, George Jefferson hairstyles, where it start receding in the front, or you just got hair around the sides and balding at the top, or balding in the back, receding hairlines. So I said, you know what? Before that happens to me, let me just try to grow my hair out one more time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just looking kind of rough right now. Anybody know brothers that try to grow their hair out? You already know we got this ugly. We call it an ugly stage, and the ugly stage is like the first month, between the first month and like the 4th or 5th month, where your hair it's still short. It's like a little mini afro. It's like that little ugly stage where you just can't do nothing with it. So I'm in that ugly stage right now. When we grow our hair out, so I might start putting on a lot of hats on my videos, and if I got a lot of hats, y'all gonna be like, yo, okay, all right, yeah, he going through, he doing it, you know, trying to, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. But anyway, back to the video, trying to make this short, not trying to make it too long, because I don't want y'all to be watching me like, damn, this man 30-40 minutes. I gotta sit through 30-40 minutes. That's why I try to not have my videos too long, because people attention span is short, which I'm the same way. When I watch somebody videos, other YouTubers videos, if I see something like 30-40 minutes, I'm like, man, I don't know, 30-40 minutes, that's a long time. You know, that's why I try to keep my videos within a certain time. And I'll be like, all right, so I'm talking too much, I'm gonna catch y'all the next one, because I want to keep y'all attention, but not over talk y'all to where things start being redundant or it starts getting boring. So that's why I like when I could be in the middle of something, I'll be like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all the next time, because I don't want to start, keep getting y'all bored or whatever. But anyway, so that's why I said the 2 best times are gonna be in your mid 20s and your mid 40s. Now, when you're in your 30s, and this is something that we have to look at when you're in your 30s, right? When you're in your 30s, you still have to deal with, wait, before I go to that point, let me go back to the point to where I said that people that fits your list of what the type of person that you want to be in a relationship with or married to, those people are always highly chose, whether it's men or it's women. So 9 times out of 10, those people are already in serious relationships. So that's why I say, if they do get divorced or they do become single, they're not going to stay single for long, because they have a choice. They have a lot of options. So people try to suck them in quick. So if it's a beautiful woman that's probably an 8, 9, or 10, she got a lot of things going for herself. She's, you know, she carries herself with class. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, she's not gonna really be single. She's not gonna be single that long because there's gonna be another brother that's on a list that she wants on as and has options to get. He's single. He's gonna scoop up because at the end of the day, smart people know, hey, look, I got somebody that's willing, that's fits what I'm looking for, and smart people know I'm gonna snatch that person up, and I'm gonna try to make it work as much as possible. And that's what it's all about, you know. If they're serious enough, if they're ready to commit. I'm not saying just force like, all right, you got everything I need. Come here, we gonna make. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying more like, hey, we both are serious and we both marriage minded. Let's date and let's make this thing work. So you definitely want to find someone that's marriage minded. And how do you find someone that's marriage minded? Like I already said, you have to ask about their previous relationships. If somebody don't want to talk about their previous relationships, leave them where they at. Be like, okay, all right, you don't want to talk about it? All right. Because you don't know nothing, you don't know anything about them. Because anybody up front can just put up a face, you know, put up a mask, and you don't know anything, and they can just portray like there's something, and then you get into a relationship with them, you find out they crazy, you know? And that's go for men or women. So you definitely need to ask about their previous relationships and ask them, especially if they in their mid-30s or their early 40s. They're like, especially your woman. Women should ask men, okay, so you never was married? Why wouldn't you marry? Okay, like why? Like, so that'll tell you something right there. If he be like, yo, I don't know, I was immature, I didn't think about marriage. So it's like, wow, you in your late 30s, in your early 40s, and you never. Or you got some people say, some dudes be like, I never was in love before. So ladies, you gotta look at that. My brother tell you, I feel like I never was in love before. They're gonna tell you, you think he's gonna be in love with you? Like, in his mind, he hasn't grasped the concept of, I'm getting up there in age. Let me find a woman that loves me and I love her, and we just gonna make this thing, we're gonna make this, you know, we're gonna make this relationship work. And if it progresses something, we're gonna, you know, that's what it's gonna be. You still got brothers that still in their 30s, late 30s, 40s, still trying to play around in the field like they in their 20s. And eventually that gets old. You know, what happened when you get sick? Shit, when you start getting 40, you start having health problems. I know, people start dying out. You know what I'm saying? From health issues when you start getting in your late 30s and mid-30s and late 30s and shit like that. So what happened when you get sick and you need a woman that's gonna help take care of you? You know what I'm saying? And when you can't get shit yourself, your mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, your mama gonna be there for you, but you know, when you need some soup made and a woman that's gonna really, you know, make you a hot toddy or something, you know what I'm saying? You go put some whiskey in there, you sick, and then you got a cold, or you got a sore throat, you got the woman that's gonna make you a hot toddy, who gonna, rub on you, make you feel, help you feel, you know, make you feel better. Those are great things in women that women do for us, you know what I'm saying? That I don't think a lot of brothers think about, you know what I'm saying? You just be out here just want to be single the whole time. And I ain't knocking you. You know, I'd rather you be single than playing with women's hearts and like acting like you're gonna settle down, and that's not what you're gonna do. But yes, marriage minded. You wanna, when you start getting into your 30s, you definitely wanna aligning yourself with marriage minded men or ladies. And majority of the time, women are marriage minded. So, brothers, you don't have to really worry about that. I really believe that if you ask a woman to marry you and in good intentions and in pure thought, and that y'all are comfortable with each other, I don't see a woman turning you down. I mean, I know we see like YouTube videos or stuff on social media. Women might turn down a proposal or TV or movies, stuff like that. But majority of the time, if a man asks a woman to marry her and you do it the right way and it's thought into it, and you know, y'all love each other, she loves you, you love her, majority of the time a woman will say yes. So that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I say, ladies, it's about finding a marriage-minded man. So definitely ask about past relationships. And asking, my personal opinion, asking about past relationships will definitely tell you a lot about a person. And that's men or women. If a woman, sisters, if you ask a brother, hey, how long was your longest relationship? If a brother be like, oh man, my longest relationship lasted about 8 months. So that go to tell you right there, brother is not consistent. Brothers don't get mad. I'm just giving women game, just like I give women game, or just like I give brothers, I give you the game about women sometimes. So it's like, if a brother be like, I haven't had a long relationship in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So why you haven't been in a relationship for a long time? What is it about you? You ain't been in a relationship since high school, since college, and we in our late 30s. You know, you gotta y'all don't be scared to ask these questions. I'm not saying be like a interview, but you kind of just gotta be subtle when you ask your questions, and based on the answers of what they say about their past relationships will tell you a lot about a person, like I said. So look for that. Women, look for marriage-minded men. Fellas, look for women who appreciate. Look for women who appreciate you. And it's not too selfish. Selfish women, selfish men are terrible in relationships. Terrible. That shit, dealing with being in a relationship with a selfish person, that shit for the birds. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Because you can't even have your own feelings without them like projecting themselves and it's just selfish. You know, you don't want that. That's the worst thing to be with, and be with somebody, be in a relationship with someone that's selfish. That shit is a headache. I've been through that before. That shit is a straight headache. Like, you like, damn, man, like you just all the way selfish, son. Everything's about you, right? Like, that shit gets old. But anyway, I'm finna cut this video off, y'all. I just want to make a quick, I'm gonna make a quick, that was a quick video I made for y'all. And that's it. I'm gonna hit y'all with the next one soon enough. But this is King Tyson. Y'all, peace and blessings be out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And y'all be easy. One.